Hey guys, welcome back to my part 2 of 3 video of me redoing my Nook store. I realized where I went wrong with the fencing. I'm a dumb bitch who totally forgot that the fencing that I actually wanted wasn't in my DIYs, but it was actually gifted to me from another person. So now we gotta be committed to the barbed wire fence, which is fine. It's fine. It looks okay on the outside. I've seen a whole bunch of other people use it, and it doesn't look god-awful. It doesn't look like I have a really threatening jail yard, Nook store. The only thing that I don't really like about this fencing is that you can't really customize it. So once you make it, it's as is, and you gotta be committed to it. And of course, me scrolling through the never-ending DIYs, never finding the one I actually want. Alright, so we're going to lay down that fencing. And I think I'm going to wrap it around the back of the Nook store as well. Just because I don't see like any other purpose of being behind there, and I kind of wanted to make it look like an actual full enclosed fence. And at least you can't really see like the barbed wire from like this angle as well, so it kind of works out in the end. But either way, it is what it is. It's kind of funny. I've actually caught myself saying it is what it is so much in real life situations that's becoming kind of problematic. Like, a little bit of a story time. So I went to go drop off a birthday card at the mailbox. And as I was walking to the mailbox, I recognized someone that I went to school with, like high school, grade school. And I was praying to God they would not notice me. And luckily, I personally thought that I was in the clear once I made it to the mailbox. And they hadn't recognized me. But I was wrong. I was horribly wrong. As soon as I closed the lid to the mailbox and proceeded to walk away, I heard someone calling in the distance, "Crystal?" Like, bruh, first of all, it's Krista. Second of all, this is like the 5th time that this particular guy has called me Crystal in public, thinking that's my name. And you think he would have caught on by now, considering we went to school together for like 12 years or something like that. I digress. But, yeah, the guy walks up to me, starts telling me his life story, what he's doing now with his days. And I just stood there like, bro, I need to get out of this social situation. I hate awkward social situations. So, as the guy's telling me, move to Toronto, big city, blah, blah, blah. Weird to be back in, like, our hometown. I straight up looked at him and said, yeah, it is what it is. And then nothing else. And the conversation just went dead silent. And he didn't say anything. And he was like, oh, okay then. And like, to describe his awkward silence, it was probably like about 30 seconds. 30 seconds of just silence of us just staring at each other after I say it is what it is. Nothing else. And then I feel like the guy was so, like, awkward about the situation that he starts walking in the opposite direction of where he lives, even though we have to walk the same way together. And he waits till there's, like, a little bit of a distance between us to continue to walk home. But that distance gets really heavily decreased because my coworker, I walked past work to go back home, and my coworker proceeded to pull me over to the side to tell me how he went out for a smoke and there was a crack pipe behind the dumpster. So as he's telling me this fantastic story, the guy walks past, and I put 2 and 2 together that he was so uncomfortable with that awkward silence, it is what it is situation, that he tried to walk in the opposite direction and try to get away from me. But so there's my little story time of me just is what it is in public and just making an absolute mess of a That could have been normal social interaction. Alright, so fencing looks quite alright. I'm definitely gonna have to move those gas pumps though. Kind of in the way. I kinda wanted to make it like a cool entryway. But it's not gonna work out. It's too awkwardly placed. And with a bike in the way and everything, like it's a lot. It's too much. And I made this barrel. And fun fact, I was committed to put a barrel in here somewhere. I don't know why, but I was committed. And I don't even think I'm going to be able to put a barrel in this Nook store. I feel like it really clashes with the whole kind of convenience store jailhouse look that we have going on here. And this is me just testing out if I'm still able to access the box after I move the log bench. That was my biggest fear, is that if I cluttered it up too much, I wouldn't be able to actually utilize the external portion of the Nook store. Oof, and all those flowers everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to try and close this up as much as I can just to kind of use up all this fencing. I don't know where else in the future I'm going to be able to use it, but this is just essentially me committing to the fact that I gotta cover up those 2 gas pumps. They're not going to be archways anymore. Gotta figure out a different place to put them. So I actually purchased way too many cardboard boxes for this little redesign here. So I think at the end of the day, like, we're just going to shove all of them in that corner. And I decided to, like, I had so many of these diner signs. Like, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with them. I just think they look so cool. You can kind of see that I have another one just on the corner by my beach over there, by my abandoned DJ set. Where the idea where I wanted to have Godzilla DJing the beach, but the Godzilla was too big and the rock was too small thing I had going on. Yeah, I just really like the look of these signs. And this is where things get super embarrassing, because this area is so small that I have to do like a 50-point turn with this fucking sign. And you can't spin it. You can't move it anywhere else. Honestly, it's become a drinking game. Just like take a shot every time you hear the whoop sound, because Animal Crossing does not want me to put my sign where I want to. Pick up the bike, try to make more space, still can't do it. Just, oh lord, this is just a hellhole. Like, I'm in hell. I can't move the item, I can't spin it, I can't, ugh. Lord have mercy. And the worst part is too, is that you can't get it super close, like flush with the fence. So it takes up so much space, but it looks so nice. Like, I want that sign in front of the store. And I can't even put the freaking bike back. Oh no, it's like, oh. So you can't even get in now. It's just, oh. Absolute disaster. You can't even move the bike up. Like, that's the thing about, I love the fencing. I love the idea of the fencing, but the fact that you can't put anything flush with the fence, it takes up so much space. And like, honestly, kind of look at my Nook store now. Like, it looks pretty hard, eh? Like, this is like the salty spoon equivalent of a Nook store. Like, if you can't handle it here, go sell your peaches or oranges, what have you, at Weenie Nook Juniors, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so right now I'm just trying to like move things around, trying to put it down as much stuff as I can without like over cluttering it and making it so I have areas where you can't walk. So I still want that like walkability and usability of the Nook store for like as much surface area as possible. So we're just gonna have to rearrange things, but I really want to put stuff in that little space there, but it's clearly not happening right now. So we're going to try and move things over to this side of the Nook store and just hope it fits, hope it still looks nice, and you know, we should still be able to like freely move around. That corner is just, I'm gonna have to think of something later on that I can put in that corner that doesn't take up like an extensive amount of space, because right, like it looks bare, but I want to put something there. I might be able to find something later on, like a sign or something like that, and one of those little sandwich signs, like the construction ones, or maybe I can DIY one. But yeah, I don't really like the whole idea of having like that empty space here. Like there's something needs to be in there. So even trying to put in these boxes, you see that big gap around it. I don't like that. So we're going to have to put all the boxes in the back. Just pile them all up and hope for the best. And I think like later on I'm going to have to go back because I think I can still kind of like terraform the corners and everything of this section or this level of the island, just because I kind of want it to be a little bit more square to cover up those the bare patches, so I can just go square it up, take a ladder, fill it in with the stone path. And same thing with down here in the bottom corner. I wanted to square that one up too. Alright, so I gotta clear out the area in front of the Nook store. Just clear out the way. I wanted to utilize as much of the space as possible, just to put as like many different items, many different little themes, little areas. So we're gonna have to get rid of the tree and the flower as well. And then in this area here, I plan on putting kind of like a truck stop, like bus stop kind of idea. We're just gonna lay down that the snack machines. I want to put down that public bench and try to make it as much as like kind of like you would find at like a bus terminal or something like that. Just like with the snack machines, the kind of lights that you would find at night, just the glow of the machines, the benches. I'm trying to hunt down one of those, like, you know, the signs. I've seen them around for different islands, but they have like that bird logo on them. You know what I'm talking about? Those look pretty cool. I definitely would want to utilize one in this space, but I'm definitely going to try and hunt one down in the future. Also, the public benches that I can get from like the town hall, or like the special items, or like the spend your Nook tickets thing. I mean, they don't look that great. I would kind of prefer if it was one solid color, but it could be worse. I could have the pink ones. Those ones I feel like you couldn't like use anywhere. Like they're just so not good looking. So right now I'm trying to hunt down some items like the street lamps and the park clocks. I have a couple in my village I might try to like scoop some up from. I don't really like the color of that one for like a little stop area, but I know I have one awkwardly placed on my second level by Eugene's house, and I think I'm going to use that to fill in the space between the drink machine and the public bench, just to try and like fill in some space. And because I don't have that that lamp or that light that I mentioned previously, so I gotta get something that's small enough and still kind of fits in with the theme to fill in that little area there. Alright, looks pretty okay there. I mean, like I said, I prefer it for the light, but it still looks okay. Alright, so I'm probably gonna place like a few more items by the pumps and maybe a few more things out front. But for now, we're gonna end part 2 of my little Nook redesigning series here, and I'll see you guys in video 3. Bye guys!